Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for watching this video today, guys. If this is your first time here, guys, please do not forget subscribe to the channel and support the movement. Thank you so much for understanding. I know you have subscribed to this video, all right? There is a like button beneath this video. Please like that video, like this video so that I will get recommended to so many other people or get recommendations. All right, thank you so much for understanding. So today's video I'm going to be talking about a fully funded scholarship opportunity at the University of Oxford in the UK. All right, so if you have been looking for scholarship opportunities, you should look at the University of Oxford. All right, it has a fully funded scholarship opportunity for developing countries, or let me say students who are coming from developing nations or emerging economics. All right, and this scholarship is for professionals, or they are trying to build up professionals in terms of corporate programs and in terms of leadership development, and for people from low economic countries or people from Africa or countries that are not developed, to build them up, to bring them into the leadership team or to bring them into the society, so that to build them up in such a way they can operate well in the society. That is what I'm trying to say. That's bringing up networking. All right, and this scholarship will be 100% covered. All right, that is tuition fee is 100% covered, and a stipend for living costs at least 15,000 British pounds. All right, that is the 15,000 British pounds is for tuition and the stipend. All right, they just have the stipend that they will be giving to you every month in case you win this scholarship. And again, you need to understand that for you to win the scholarship at the University of Oxford, you must not be a returning student. Okay, you must, let me say, you must be applying for a program at the University of Oxford. Then after you apply for the program, you can now apply for the scholarship. That is how it is. I will put all the links down there so that you can check the requirements, and of course you start with the programs. But I will talk about how you can apply, and I will talk about the eligibility criteria. All right, now there is something you also need to understand. When you finish this course or this scholarship program in the United Kingdom, in the UK, you have to return to your home country. All right, the scholarship team or the board wants you to return to your home country once you complete the program. That is how most scholarships in the UK are, like the chevening scholarship as well. But it doesn't mean that you are going to return. Okay, you can still stay in the UK after you finish this program. But remember, finish a course, you press your buttons before you get your documents, okay? Because it is not going to be easy for you. The scholarship entails that you return, but after the course, you can work with some government authorities or officials or firms. That way, they can give you a residence permit. Let me put it this way. Now, the name of the scholarship you are going to be applying for, or the scholarship at the University of Oxford in UK, is called the WEIDENFIELD Hoffmann Scholarship. All right, like I said, it's going to target professionals. The aim of the scholarship is to target professionals from developing nations or less developed countries. All right, now let's talk about the eligibility for the scholarship. Like I said, is 100% tuition fee and a living stipend. The eligibility criteria of this course, I will just be checking my jotter over here so that I do not forget. All right, this scholarship means you must be applying to start a new graduate course at the University of Oxford. All right, now come from an eligible country list. All right, there is a list of countries, or let me say there are some countries that you must come from before you can apply to this scholarship. All right, so I will be talking about some of the countries very soon, so just stay tuned and keep watching the video. All right, because you only here you are going to understand what it is. Now let's look at some of the countries that if you do not come from, you can't apply for this scholarship. But first, Afghanistan is one of them. All right, there is something I also want you to understand here. The problem here is most scholarships, most scholarships, international students sometimes do not understand what the requirements or the eligibilities are. But now, like I said, eligible countries, not eligibility countries, eligible countries for these scholarships include Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Angola, Argentina, Armenia, Bahamas, Bahrain, Belize, Benin, Bolivia, Brazil, Cambodia, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Cyprus, Cuba, Eritrea, Ethiopia. I'm just reading, all right, so you understand. Haiti, there are a lot of them. I will put the links in the video description box, guys, so you understand. All right, the next eligibility is you apply to the eligible courses. There are more than 30 different courses for you to choose from at this university. Okay, this university in the UK, so you have the right to decide which one you are going to take. There is an MBA, Masters in Business Administration. There is also a Magister Juris. There is African Studies, Biodiversity, Comparative Studies, Economic and for development, anyways, energy systems, and so many other courses. So that is what you should know. All right. So if you are looking for a scholarship, always make sure you check eligibility first to see if there is a course that suits your academic background, because you cannot be applying for a scholarship whereas the course does not suit your academic background. Now, let's look at another eligibility criteria. Is applicants should be intending to return to their country of ordinance residence after the study. So you must return. All right. They are saying you must return after you finish the study program, but it is not compulsory. All right. Then applicants must demonstrate a connection between subject of study and long-term career objectives, explaining how you see your professional work contributing to improvement of a public life. That is to say, if you are applying for this scholarship, you should be able to defend yourself, all right, with a motivation letter, because of course you are going to write a motivation letter. Defend yourself how this scholarship or this program is going to guide you to improve the society or to improve your community or your country as a whole. All right. So that is basically what the Hoffman scholarship or the Hoffman scholarship is about in the University of Oxford in the UK. Now, after you have finished with the eligibility criteria, the other thing you need to understand about this scholarship is you need to also check how you can apply for the scholarship, because now you already know the list of available countries that are going to be applying. You already know the available courses. Now you need to check the courses to see if you actually have the required documents, and of course if you have checked, then you now need to go to how to apply. And now, this Hoffman scholarship, remember, a scholarship, any scholarship, not just the Hoffman WEIDENFIELD scholarship. Now, any scholarship you are applying for, first, before you start the application process, make sure that you have all the necessary documents. Now, remember, most of the courses available here are master's degree courses. Let's assume that you are applying for master's in energy system. Make sure you have your bachelor's degree transcript. First, your high school documents. If you're a Nigerian, make sure you have your WAEC certificate. If you're a Cameroonian, make sure you have your ordinary levels and advanced level ready. Then your ordinary, your bachelor's degree certificate should be ready, and the bachelor's transcript should be ready. Now, these are the basic documents you need when applying for any scholarship. The reason why I said your bachelor's degree transcript should be ready is make sure the transcript has the final CGPA, because it is the final CGPA that the scholarship board is going to look at. All right. And again, make sure all your courses and the credits are all visible, because of course they are going to check all the credits you did to see if the courses you have anything to do in common with the program you are choosing. I hope you understand. Now, let's go to the external documents. External documents, now I'm talking about a motivation letter, a CV. All right, or probably a reference letter. One, reference letter. In case you discover that a scholarship wants you, like this Hoffman scholarship, if you find out that one of the requirements is a reference letter, make sure first, if you are working, all right, or if you graduated and you are working, now let's assume that you have bachelor's degree and you are working, go to your company, collect one reference letter from the human resource department or the director. Do not go and collect from any person who doesn't officially, let me say, anybody who doesn't own a big post, all right? Because sometimes the scholarship board wants to see who is recommending you for the scholarship. I hope you understand. So these are some of the things you should know. Again, when you are collecting a recommendation letter from your former university, in case you are no more in the university, make sure you go to your professor or your supervisor, because these are people who know you one-on-one. Going to a normal lecturer is also good. If it's a professor, is good. If it's a doctor, is good. But if he doesn't have a title, I do not encourage you to go to those persons, though they are lecturers, but find people that are of hierarchy, because sometimes when a professor signs your recommendation letter, it speaks more of you. When your lecturer or your supervisor signs your recommendation letter, it speaks more of you. They are the one recommending you. So these are some of the things you should know. When applying for scholarships, be sharp, because if you are not sharp, it may be difficult for you to meet up. All right, scholarships want people who are sharp. That is why at the beginning, the Hoffman Scholarship says is a Hoffman scholarship and leadership program that is organized by the University of Oxford. And what are they looking for? They are looking for professionals, all right, who are going to move into the society, bring change and impact the society. I hope you understand. Now, let's move back to the requirements. External requirements I was talking about here include the motivation letter. Remember, a motivation letter is a letter that is going to tell the scholarship board that you are actually qualified. You want to take this program because you are actually qualified. And this is the motivation letter. Make sure you go straight to the point and point out the things that qualifies you to take this scholarship, and the things that will convince the board to give you this scholarship. Again, do not apply for this scholarship without checking the University of Oxford website. If it is a graduate program that involves research, make sure you verify and cite at least one research program or research laboratory in the University of Oxford. All right, I hope you understand. Talk about sustainable development goals. These are the type of things that scholarship teams are usually very interested in. All right, because if you talk about sustainable development goals, it means that you already know what you are going to do in the public or in the society or in your community. All right, things like poor farming, no to gender equality, no to violence, and stuff like that. Evolution, pollution, and all the rest. Make sure you mention things like this, but again, it should be with respect to the program you are applying for. All right, make sure you state what the program is and the program content. Look at the website very well. Now, that is for the motivation letter. For your CV, make sure you organize your CV starting from behind. All right, what you are doing presently should be at the top. What you did 2 years back should be below. What you did 4 years back should be below, and you go in that order. What you are currently doing, if you are in school, make sure you talk the dates, or let me say the year, the dates, and you put that. Always remember that there is a Europass CV and a normal CV. All right, Europass CV is a CV that has your photo at the top right corner. All right, then your information. If you don't know it, check for samples online. All right, there are various samples online for you to verify. Now, to apply for the Hoffman Scholarship or for this fully funded scholarship at the University of Oxford, there is information here for you to understand. In order to be considered for the scholarship, you must select a Hoffman Scholarship and Leadership Program in the University of Oxford section for the university graduate application form and submit your application for graduate study by relevant December or January deadline for your course. See the relevant course page for the deadline applicable to your course. So which means that there are various courses on this particular website that have different deadlines. All right, they said you should submit your application by December or January, but again, they are telling you here that for the application deadline, applicable deadlines for the course, which means that there are various courses. I do not want to overemphasize on this, but I want you to go to the scholarship link and check to know which courses are still open for you to apply. All right, because sometimes international students, if you do not go to the scholarship page to verify all of this when applying for the scholarship, it will be difficult, very, very difficult for you to draft things that are, you must go through this page to know what is required of you. All right, remember there are things here you need to include in your motivation letter. So the Hoffman Scholarship is not different like Erasmus Mundus, though they are sponsored by different people. But when applying for scholarships in the UK, make sure you pay attention to all of these things I just mentioned. I hope it will help you. Now, you must also complete a WEIDENFIELD Hoffman Scholarship statement and upload it together with your graduate application form by the deadline. Remember, I said this is a statement here. You have to download it. It's a 250 kilobyte paper. All right, you have to download it, fill it, and upload it together with your statement. All right, the statement is here. Then you fill your application. So everything is clear, and I hope you are going to understand what you are doing. Then after that, the scholarship team is going to come in, they will assess everything, and to be eligible for consideration for the scholarship, applicants must successfully being offered a place on course of their course after consideration of applications received by the relevant deadline. All right, so if you must be accepted inside here, they must first of all accept you for your course of study. All right, that is how it is. And again, understand that when you grab a scholarship like this in the UK, if it's a fully funded scholarship, you do not have the right to work. All right, you do not have the right to work. I mean legal work. But now, again, you do not need proof of funds when applying for student visa to the United Kingdom, all right? Because everything is fully funded. They will fund everything. Your stipend is there, your accommodation is there, your tuition fee is there. So these are some of the things you should understand and know about the Hoffman Scholarship, all right? There are other scholarship videos I will bring to the channel. So please, for now, subscribe to this channel, share this video to one person, and make sure you like the video as well, guys. Thank you so much for understanding. Until we meet again in another video. Peace.